Hey, this is Mark with All American Health, non-emergency medical transportation company. Just here giving you a few tips today to survive the current recession that we're dealing with. Recession has definitely come, like the title said. At All American Health, we are really trying to work on improving our B2C relationships and our B2B relationships. It is not easy, especially right now with gas prices being so high, but some of the things that we're doing to really get our information to individuals and get our point across is really pushing our social media. We're advertising on multiple sites using organic traffic. We're not actually doing any real ad spend outside of this actual YouTube channel where I'm telling you guys about my consulting services. But with my company, we're just really posting. We're focusing on posting on Google, business profile, posting on Facebook's business page. We're really putting our time and attention into Instagram, Pinterest, really pushing, adding information, blogging on sites like Reddit, and adding just more and more information. We're trying to flood the market to be able to connect people, and it's really working for us. There are some other tips and trips. You're more than welcome to shoot out and give me a call for some consulting services. As you see, I've actually posted a sample of one of my consulting sessions with a gentleman that's just getting started. And he's doing a really good job setting his company up, making some adjustments, making some changes. And in the upcoming weeks, you'll actually get about 20 minutes of that consulting session that I did with him. I gave him a discount to be able to air his consulting session online, or at least samples of it. I gave you some of the general information, general knowledge stuff that I talked to everyone about. Some of the gritty details that we got into, I left those parts out. But again, that's for a actual paid consulting session. One of the things that I've noticed, especially with a lot of you guys that are calling doing discovery calls, just a 15-minute discovery call, is that a lot of you are putting a lot of weight and a lot of attention on your website. And it's cool to have a nice looking streamlined website. That's great. But you want to remember that search engines want you to stay on their sites. They don't want you moving on, or the people that are looking for your information, they really don't want them to move on to your own personal direct website. They want to be able to book services for you, with you, through their site, their search engine, whether that be Google, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They want you to stay on their site and be the go-to person for your information and your searches. Bing, Pinterest, all of those are search engines that want to connect you through going through them. So it's best for all of you to remember, you want to have each one of these sites optimized, that it brings attention back to your company. It connects you. So if a person goes on Pinterest, they're able to click on your advertisement, your post, your information, and directly be able to contact you and get your information. You don't want them to see the idea of using a wheelchair transportation company and not calling you first. You want to be that official person in your area that connects them with wheelchair transportation services. Even if you can't accommodate the trip or can't provide the service to somebody, you want to be able to make them feel like, hey, let me go back to this person's page that I saw, this person's posting, and let me use them to guide me to where I want to go or what type of service I want to use. In the non-emergency medical transportation industry, there are a lot of companies out there that can provide services, but you want to be the one that people find, use, and reuse on a continued basis, and also refer others to provide that service. And to do that, you have to focus and spend your time creating content about your company. Yes, it's redundant. Yes, it's boring. Yes, there's nothing necessarily exciting or cool about being a wheelchair transportation provider, with the exception of the fact that whether the economy is going well or the economy is going bad, you should be able to maintain consistent employment, which is pretty cool to me. those are the types of things that you want to point out and enhance, and not just to bring in clients, but to attract good employees and good partners and good relationships as well. It's not just about providing the service. If you pull yourself out of the vehicle and talk with other people and start rolling that work over into other companies, other partners, other relationships, you can also benefit that way as well. But people have to know about your company to be able to connect with you. And the best way to do that is to continue to post, continue to have a round of information. And remember, whatever post that you create on Facebook, you can roll that over to the other sites. You can roll it over to Reddit, which again is just another search engine. You can roll it over to Brave, which is a really cool and growing search engine that we're just going to start talking about, that's competing with Google for people's attention. DuckDuckGo, another great site that you can use, another great website to put your information where they have a desire to pull your information and your data. Of course, you know about Instagram. Of course, you know about Facebook. Of course, you know about Twitter. These are all places where you can literally copy and paste the same information and post it on another site. Copy and paste, copy and paste. They call it ad copy if you don't know already. But you want to keep doing that. You want to continue to push your information, churn your information. Reminders, reminders, reminders. Listen, if a multi-billion-dollar company can do it, you take GMC, General Motors Company, they're constantly advertising about their vehicles, okay? Apple is constantly reminding you about the types of products that they're selling and putting out. If they can do it, you can do it. The NFL is coming back. NFL is constantly talking, discussing matters that have to do with their league. One of the best things that you can keep in mind and keep focused on, excuse me, is the fact that a lot of the players that are in the NFL, they're old recycled players, but they're the ones you know about. They're exciting. And then they also introduce you to the new players every year. It's called the NFL draft. So yeah, you know about Tom Brady and his gray hair and the fact that he's won multiple Super Bowls, but you also know about great young NFL players like Lamar Jackson, who's only been in the league 5 years, versus Tom Brady, who's been in the league, darn near 20? Because they're constantly recycling. Here's the thing that's most consistent is that all of these guys are talking about and referring back to what? The National Football League. So they create these stories about these players, but all of them still loop back to the NFL. And whether it's good information or bad information, whether a player is doing well or they get into some type of trouble, it still loops you back to what? The National Football League. And they're a multi-billion, if not trillion-dollar industry. And if they can constantly find themselves advertising, pushing their product, talking about their product, talking about preseason, talking about minicamp, talking about training camp, talking about the playoffs, talking about the Super Bowl, talking about the draft, over and over and over again to stay relevant, so should you. And the best way to do that is through free content that you're creating that connects your business to all of these search engines, so when people are looking for you, they're able to contact you and focus on what you're doing and the service that you provide. Make non-emergency medical transportation exciting. And the easiest way to do that is you become excited about this product and the service that you provide. Get out of that mindset of just waiting till 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. in the afternoon when those Medicaid trips download. Go out there and get into your community, start connecting with people, start connecting with your consumers, and being a part of your community so that your community can take advantage of the services you provide. Join your area chamber of commerce. Contact your city council workers. Make sure that they know that your services are available. Contact the social workers in your area. Make sure that they know that your services are available. And through that, you're able to grow and build your B2C customers and your B2B customers. Hopefully this has been helpful. You guys take care.